Good evening and welcome to Stupid O'Clock News. I'm Lewis Lee. Dateline, Grand Chute, Wisconsin. Living near Neenah, Wisconsin, Hokulei Taniguchi's only method of transportation to her job in Grand Chute was her bicycle. And as you may have deduced by her name, Taniguchi's originally from Hawaii, and her ride was 2 hours a day. Well, everybody at the Chick-fil-A where Hokulei works loves her. So when it came time for the Chick-fil-A Christmas party, a plan was hatched. There was a rumor that a car would be raffled at the party. So all of Hokulei's co-workers got together and made a pact that if any one of them won the car, they would in turn gift it to the out-of-place Hawaiian. Good to their word, the name of Haley Bridges was called at the party as the winner of the car. When Bridges turned to Taniguchi and said she was giving the car to her, Taniguchi was overwhelmed with emotion, thanking Bridges over and over again, to which Bridges replied, "All together now, my pleasure." That's the news. Now let's start the show.
Okay. I missed the punchline.
When she gave Hokulei the car, Hokulei said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," to which the girl that gave her the car said, "My pleasure." Have you ever been to Chick-fil-A?
Not in a long time.
Are you kidding me? Everything you do, they say, "My pleasure."
Okay. All right.
Wouldn't go on a bed.
Wow. What? Why?
They're anti alternate sexuality. They donate money to hate groups for
No.
that.
The company does not. The founder did. He's dead. Everything's cool now. Hell, they hire transsexuals, homosexuals. No. The company.
And the
company
food sucks.
Oh no, the food is excellent. And if you've never been there, how do you know?
Oh, you're pellet.
Got you there.
There. Now, John.
Work caters from them occasionally. I have eaten that sour paste chicken thing, which might as well be library paste. It's awful.
Well,
it makes Taco Bell look good.
Oh, God, please.
Hey, Taco Bell is good now.
Seriously, John, we're still not hearing you, dude.
Huh. Really?
You're gonna have to have her open a comm link here.
Hailing frequencies are open, John.
Oh, and we got comments coming in left and right here.
Oh boy.
Carly didn't catch it either. And John, I agree. Let's not fight. And Brian Morris, I've got some good stuff set up for never mind the furthermore Monday morning. I have got some zingers ready for you. Got them saved up, ready to go. John, do you have your mic muted on the computer? He's not sure.
I heard something then.
And Chris Walker says, "I like Taco Bell for the gas." Of course I do.
Either somebody's got a dog that
Go get your headset, John. See if that works.
Oh, poor John. And Brian Wars says he can't wait. And yeah, the Klingons are scrambling our John signal.
Nope.
Turn it on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Now
There you go.
What did you do?
Switch to Verizon.
I've been playing a video game on and off all day, and had my headphones on because I didn't want to wake up the alcoholic. And anyway,
But you were awake to play the game.
the other alcoholic. No, I
Good one,
am
Dan.
I am a beer drinker. Okay.
There's alcohol.
Yeah.
Barely.
And
All depends on the beer.
somebody's saying evening, folks. So whoever Facebook user is, if you're a regular on the show,
You know what to do.
StreamYard has forgot you. You need to go to streamyard.com/Facebook and give them permission to use their name. And it's Willow. Hey, Willow.
Hello. That's what I was just looking at, strangely enough.
Oh, and did anybody see Willow's Spider-Man costume today?
No, I have not. I've actually been kind of busy all day and not on Facebook that much. I did scroll through a few things, but not very far down the page.
Yeah. Well, I got back I got my steps put back on my deck today.
Ooh. How that? I mean, are they good or just?
Oh, they're solid. Of course, I didn't dig it down deep enough to set it in the ground, so as you go down the steps, you sort of go up. But give it enough rain and a little while, and it will.
You know, most people don't realize how much of an art form stairs really are.
Oh yes.
I don't know. I can fall down them all day.
Oh.
If I'm going to wear these
And
headphones,
skunks
Tough
on the
road.
quiet. Is skunk,
From what?
skunk's quiet.
Yeah, that means he's up to something.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
oh wait, do we have access to a picture of Willow in the Spider-Man outfit?
I could probably find one. Y'all keep talking. I'm looking.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What's some news? What's some good news we heard today?
Had a short story come out Thursday in a quarterly publication.
Ooh,
Oh, good.
Yeah, I put the link in the private chat in the group in the channel here. Before I actually clicked on the camera to come up.
speaking of which, those people of you who are out there doing the fan stuff, like writing the books or doing the artwork or stuff like that, don't be afraid to. If you are a member of Stupid O'Clock, don't be afraid to post it there. Well, you can be afraid to post it there, but we're going to put it on the show.
Yeah.
You can be afraid that we're going to put it on the show, but we'll put it on the show anyway. All you got to do is give us a clue.
There's Willow in the Spider-Man costume,
Hubba hubba.
You know,
or Spider-Woman costume.
I'm going to coin a new phrase: "Happy spiders." Yes.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna pull that down. I got some stuff going on here at the house. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. Oh, so let me see. Everybody is excited about the Super Bowl as I am.
Nope.
Apparently.
Couldn't give a damn. Not even if you paid me.
You know, this is the one. This might be the one year that the Puppy Bowl is actually gets more viewers than the actual Super Bowl does.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even excited about the halftime show this year.
Nope.
The weekend.
The only televised football game that I care about is Georgia versus Tennessee. And I can root for both sides because I've lived in both states and I've got family in both states. And it's a rivalry. It's always a good game. And that's the only one I care about.
You know, it's kind of funny. I was in the military for a long time, and I didn't. Strange enough, I was one of those people that didn't follow football at all.
Mm.
But the only reason I did follow football was when I knew some of the people that were playing. Like if I knew some college guys that were playing college ball, I might follow the college games. And I knew a lot of people in the military that had played professional or college football. And then I sort of followed it just because, they were into it. And I knew the guys. I say, hey, there's Mike, that sort of thing. And but then my sister went to University of Tennessee at Knoxville, so I kind of followed Tennessee balls for a while. And then, but it's kind of, she'd be there, she'd always send us pictures of, here I am with these guys, that sort of thing. And she's still a big Vols fan because she went to college there. And just, I don't know, it just never really got into football.
I never really did either. My dad played when he was in high school. He was always disappointed that I wasn't sports oriented when I was growing up. But when I was going to UGA, I did meet Herschel Walker getting on one of the UGA buses going back and forth to classes. Huge guy, really huge guy. I mean, you think he's big on the field? You sit next to him on a bus seat. Woof! There ain't much room for anybody but him. Thankfully, I was a teeny tiny thing at the time. I think the bus kind of tilted when he got on.
Ever tell you about Doc Wilson?
No, can't say that you have.
We had a medic he wasn't our regular medic, but when our regular medic went on leave, we got Doc Wilson. Doc Wilson was about 6'8". He said 6'8". I think he was 6'7", 6'8", somewhere in there. Was a bodybuilder. Okay. Looked like an extra from Game of Thrones. I mean, just, one of those guys that his forearms would never touch his hips.
Yeah. Had trouble combing his hair because the shoulders were so wide.
Yeah. And we had those 8-ton up-armored Humvees, and he'd get into them, and the vehicle would lean to one side, And he's the medic. That it's. He'd get out of the vehicle and village. You see all these villagers like, oh, what do the Americans want this time? We start getting out of the vehicles to do whatever we were doing. Doc Wilson get out and start stretch, and everybody'd be like,
they sent the Hulk. Forget Iron Man. They sent the Hulk. Oh.
Yes.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, you.
Everything gets solved?
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Yeah. Yeah. Skunk and Dan are aware of what's going on. I'll talk to you guys after the show.
You kind of told us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was I going?
You tell me, and we'll both know.
Oh, God. Dan,
hopefully you'll be going to LibertyCon in June.
Yeah, plan on it. Dan, you gave up on the green room way too early.
Really? I couldn't.
Well, I was asleep.
Oh, don't tell me.
They actually managed to wake me up and tell me to go to bed at 2 a.m.
Okay, well, I had just popped back in there. I like looking at Willow so much. Now let's cut that off. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's what she said. God, you can tell I was in the green room last night. I am so sorry. I promised I would try and gear it down for us, but I had trouble containing the inner smartass.
So have y'all kept up with the comments or?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like
to post any of them, but I mean, I kept up with them.
Oh, okay.
Well, John, Joe, you never told me what I missed when I left the green room last night.
How did you offend everyone, John? We got to hear this story.
Yeah, we need to hear this story. How did you offend everybody in Consolation? Of course, I gave up on.
Now, wait a minute. When you say everybody, are you talking about like all 20-something thousand people, just kicked you off the group or something like that, or it's just the whiny ones.
The 15 that actually comment all the time.
Yeah.
And we wait for him to finish typing. What did I miss, Joe?
It ran till about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, so another hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, you're so right.
Yeah.
I got to gear it down, though. I got to gear it down. This is actually recorded, so.
Yeah.
By the way, Michael Spinks died today.
What?
Aw.
Yep.
I was never into boxing, but I always admire everybody that could.
I knew the name. So.
Wasn't he the one that beat Boom Boom Mancini?
He beat Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, now that takes some doing.
Don't you know?
He was probably the one
Barely.
that rattled his brain so hard that
His poetry actually stopped around me. John's switching microphones, and he wants to know if we can hear him.
Apparently not.
Well, I could hear you. I could hear you just a little bit. It was like the voice of my conscience in the back of my head that I'm always ignoring.
Dan, don't take all the money out of your 401k.
Oh, okay. So who is up to date on?
John, you opened a can of worms there, Mr. Pica.
Oh, it was Brian
I said Michael Spinks. I meant Leon. Leon Spinks.
Yeah. Well, actually, we got it from Michael, and so his last name's enough.
Yeah. John remembers that fight, and Chris Walker says everything's going on at
In Murray County?
in Murray County, and Michael Spinks is still alive.
Yeah.
And Willow, apparently, John is supporting patriarchy.
By preferring a black girl over a white girl to be Captain Marvel in another movie.
Yeah.
Let's see what part of logic this applies to.
I'm offended. It's the I'm offended. I can't find anything.
Apparently
that's our national pastime now, is being
during halftime show. Yes.
Well, actually, I am going to attempt to tune in for the opening of the Super Bowl tomorrow. I mean, where else are you going to see a B1, a B2, and a B-52 in formation?
Probably on Armchair Rocket Science at some time.
Hickam Field, Hawaii. Boxing legend Leon Spinks has died.
Yeah.
At 67.
Yeah. I corrected myself. I said that it was Leon. Maybe you had your headphones off at the time.
No, I
heard
you say it. I was just double checking because somebody said something about
someone named Michael Spinks was still alive.
Michael Spinks is still alive.
Yeah.
Now
I
since we all confused Michael with Leon, who's Michael?
He was a boxer too, wasn't he?
But his son.
Okay.
Michael Spinks is a boxer.
Yeah. And Willow says, I thought everybody hated Brie Larson for being overly liberal. Well, he went into a liberal group and tried to remove a liberal.
Who'd have thunk it?
Damn iPhone. Yeah, Brian Morse, you are always saying the wrong name. No comment.
Yeah, but she forgives you for it.
He's so good, he says his own name during sex.
And John Pica says they were brothers.
Brothers, okay.
Oh, okay.
That kind of narrows down the confusion then, doesn't it? contemporary. We probably heard their names in the news at the same time.
And
Leon
Brian K.
Spinks.
Morris is checking the Pedia of Wiki.
Leon died from complications to COVID.
Damn.
Another one bites the dust.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was thinking it, but I wasn't
Oh
going to say
wait,
it.
I'm sorry. Let me redo that. Darn. He had a 5-year battle with prostate cancer and other cancers, but due to COVID restrictions, only a few close friends and family were present when he died.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
That takes another one off the statistic. Thank you. Yeah, that's
well,
important.
that's okay. Because of COVID, my wife's ex-husband died of a bleeding ulcer because the hospital in Bradley County was full of COVID patients. They had no room, so they sent him away. They said, "Sorry, we can't take you," and he went home and died, bled out.
Damn.
There's going to be a lot of that.
There has been a lot of that.
I was about to say, yeah, it's an addendum. There's already been a lot of it. There's still going to be more.
I remember when this show used to be fun.
Yeah, really.
Hey, well, let me point out that my background for my green screen is the Currywurst Museum in Berlin, Germany.
Didn't they bomb that?
Does that mean that it's the worst curry, or
It is the worst museum in Berlin.
Well, I'm going to do this. Let's go back to some of our roots to where we just let anybody pop into the show.
Hey, that's an idea.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Who's
there-
the anybody?
who's the mystery guest?
It's Nick Dogger. Hey, Nick's in a different room.
Hi.
Nick isn't exactly
And he's wearing a
Sorry
shirt.
to-
guest at this point. He's
hey.
basically part of the show.
Yes, but let
Oh,
us
thank
point
you.
out that he does not have a tarp behind him, so
him.
it is such an improvement.
Yeah, it really.
we actually like the background.
Yeah, I'm rocking. I have 3 different lights positioned. Not look like I'm in a bunker in my living room right now because that's how it usually looks when I film from here. But yeah, how are you guys doing? I mean, I'm on like day 3 of just planning to see 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? It's just been one of those run sets.
Yeah, Dan.
You guys had me on.
Now, Brian, you were
Yeah,
a prime guest, son.
Yep. So, if anybody
Brian,
wants to jump in,
inspiration.
there's the link. All you got to do is, enter that link real quick and
And we go to StreamYard, enter that, or you don't even have to go to StreamYard. You just have to enter the link, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who never use StreamYard, you don't have to download nothing. You don't have to set up
All
nothing.
web-
It's just click that thing and you're there. Or, you'll be somewhere here, and then we'll click a button and put you there.
But
Right
if
next
you
to-
want your name to show up next to your comments that you make, you have to go to StreamYard through Facebook and give them permission
Well,
to
that's
use
if they're
your
doing
name.
that's if they're doing comments.
Yeah.
If they want to be on the show, they click that and then say whatever the heck they want. We don't have to worry about the comments because Yeah.
Maybe. Well, oh, there we are. All right, because I do like to see the comments in case people are being sneaky. But yeah,
Sneaky.
but this has been a very active run. I managed to catch a certain secret humor group for a while and totally pull it down, and made my way through my show, and it's like I don't think I've really slept much between them, so here I am again. But
Ta-da!
I swear I will be there. Oh, Willow. Okay, Willow, you are a barista. That means you are a bringer of the blessed bean. You are a cleric in the Church of Coffee. A handmaiden of all that is good and bitter and balanced in this universe. You don't feel bad about having to go to work.
Hey, I had 2 cups of espresso this morning. I can see colors.
I hope you can see colors.
It's when you
Yeah.
can hear colors.
It's when you smell
Okay,
them.
just out of
I can-
curiosity,
I
who
can hear
doesn't?
electrons. It's like
Everybody hears
"Ah!"
electrons. Everybody hears electrons. That's how these damn things work. Okay, come on.
Hey, Sandra, can I have my sport bottle, please? It should be right over there.
Yeah, but Nick, you
Just-
should
yeah,
actually
'cause I-
cut down the green room last night.
Yes, I had the wild hair to crash because there were alleged cryptid sightings. And, I had to comment on this, and that is not the
had
blood
to
of the
prove
innocent.
that they weren't you, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Now, I did show up late. There was allegedly this horned creature with grainy footage who showed up, but he and I are totally different people, and I'm hoping that people can learn to accept that. Oh, you are the cheery voice that you hear through the Starbucks drive-through speaker. Oh, hello. But yeah. So what's happened in people's worlds? What are you guys looking forward to or excited about?
Well,
Welcome to Starbucks. How can I warm your soul?
and I've actually got steps on my back porch again.
Hey, that's nice.
That's a step in the right direction.
No, Willow, you lead us through the with your speaker voice. I have no doubt that you cause the melt in Canada every spring. Oh wait,
Hey
Look at all
guys.
these people. Oh, hey,
Oh, wow.
it's a gang now. Look at this.
Hi, Brian.
hey,
Hey, we're ready to rumble now.
fat
Yes.
white guys, right?
John, what in the world did you do to your goatee?
It's
It's-
red.
Bright red. It's like fire engine. It's like Brian's fez
Yeah,
red.
It's like match your shirt red.
Yeah.
Well,
He spilled
The red
Kool-Aid.
not seen in nature. That's what it is.
You've
What?
not been paying attention. I've been doing different.
Well, you
colors
haven't been
throughout
in the right
week.
places.
No, I haven't seen him.
At one
Yeah.
time, it was purple. I think last week.
Purple, hot pink. Yesterday it was electric blue. Yeah.
Are you changing it every day?
Just save the money,
Now,
green screen, green it like
it's
that dress the
It's a
queen
wash
wears.
with paste.
And then
hey,
you can make
there
it
you go.
plaid.
Make it. Yeah, do what is it, Kelly Green?
The
And
green
then
screen.
just do the green screen thing, and your beard will disappear. And you have a hole in your chin, and you put whatever you want to in there.
You can actually do it plaid.
Or it'll be a
Well, Kelly Green is the one
without
color I
having to
didn't
go
get.
that fast. Well, see, that sounds like a website contest for you right there.
That's Kelly Green.
You, Kelly Green.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Now I saw the.
Yeah, they probably frown on that.
Yeah, they would probably get on to you for that,
We
Willow.
already lost John.
They make me go back.
Oh, I missed
That's
that comment.
okay. Well,
I saw posted in the
some won't let you say that. Some will give you the whole thing instead of just a tip for it.
Welcome to
saw
Walmart.
one-
Get your stuff and get out.
Oh, we got to go there tomorrow. Lindsay has something she ordered online she has to return because it was the wrong size.
Oh, can you imagine if Jeff Foxworthy worked at Starbucks in the drive-through window with Walter? Okay.
That's not Jeff Fox.
That's not Jeff Foxworthy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Jeff Dunham. I get that.
Yeah.
Now I am imagining Jeff
Although
Foxworthy
Jeff
with Walter.
Foxworthy-
That would be entertaining. If you're made out of wood, you may be a redneck.
Someone killed John. He got bumped
that's
off.
because
What the
the
hell?
power of
Yeah.
the idea. Well, you see, the idea of him dyeing his hair Kelly Green and doing it as a contest, to let his viewers superimpose whatever they want, it was too powerful an idea. The internet,
No
guys,
kidding.
there's so much awesome on the screen, or just raw Caucasianness.
he's got far more faith in his audience than I do in mine. I know those people. I don't trust them.
I think I'm going to stick.
I'm pretty sure what Brian's audience would green screen onto his chin. Yes. It would be it would be entertaining, but I don't think it would be something that we would be able to broadcast or record.
Oh, I could for all 20 seconds,
version.
I think we broke Scarborough.
Good air in, bad air out. Good air in, bad air out. Worst air comes out the other there, John. It's okay. Be a dyslexic cow. It's okay.
Oh shit. Okay. Anyway,
the cheese is good.
That was a Cheech and Chong joke, by the way.
Nick, I'm a charter member of DAM, Mothers Against Dyslexia. It's an old one. It's an old one.
That's good. I like that.
I've been using that one for years.
It's all new if you haven't heard it before.
Oh yeah. Oh, Brian, I want to show you a trick.
Oh, like you're the first person that's ever told me that.
Let me push the chair back a little bit so I can get a running start to get out of the room.
Glad to have you here. I'm a independent.
I can stop it, pause it.
Independent publisher, a hybrid.
I can mute it.
That's useful.
Yes, Facebook now does video. So,
Former mortician's assistant. I'm also a frequent.
Wow.
But that's
Hey, Brian, that microphone, are you still using that microphone?
I'm in the other room. I'm not in the...
No. But I mean, when you do your cast, do you still use that microphone?
Yes, I do.
You do it. Realize that is a side address microphone.
Yes.
You've got it pointed towards you. You need to have it broadside for the best pickup.
Okay.
Yeah, turn it to its side and speak into its side.
Okay.
Like this.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
I am never too old to learn, God knows.
Don't rush to
I appreciate that. I
like
really
this.
do.
You sometimes got to go like this.
Yeah. Well, I've actually got it down under my chin. I'm actually broadcasting over the top of it.
which worked.
You broadcast over the top of everybody. You're just that high on the pyramid of broadcasters.
No,
I'm just so over
You're
the
so
top.
high above me.
But no, I've changed that. Thank you, Louie. I appreciate that.
No problem.
All I know is that damn microphone picks up Cookie in the next room when she's like telling me to do things during the show. Now she's off to the side here.
That's part of the best
Hi there.
part of the
Hi,
show.
Cookie.
I have a similar side address microphone, and I've got it in my audio booth, and it's so sensitive that I have to have a little curved sound absorber behind it to keep it from getting reflection off the wall behind it. So,
okay.
They're very sensitive mics if you speak into the right area.
Yeah, I know it's sensitive because that's why it's
Hi, Willow.
Hi, Willow.
Come on. Naughty thing.
Yeah, what a great. Yeah, I was also in all of that Spider-Man shirt today too. But
to quote the Dread
That
Pirate
was a
Robert,
wonder of engineering.
sleep well and dream of big women. Okay.
No, but the thing is, I always put it off to the side of my mouth because I learned that from Tom Jones, the singer. If you ever see him, he always has the microphone from the side. That way you don't have that p-p-peas.
Yeah, you don't have the plosive. Those are called plosives.
That's it. I think of that because it was a Todd Rundgren thing off of his third album. Here's the stuff that'll never get you laid. But he had a thing because he is also a record producer that he had like a little 3 or 4 minute thing on things to listen for in audio, and he always says that he's popping, and that's what I think of. So, but no,
yeah, I have a windscreen in front of my microphone. One of those. It's It's round and like nylon material.
Yeah,
That helps tremendously, but it doesn't help when you're on camera because then it's in the way of your face.
Yeah,
So-
and my audience would think it's too phallic, so I don't want to wind up as a meme or
Oh,
something.
I don't know about phallic, but it does remind me of a diaphragm.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
But you're better off just keeping it just to the side of your face so that we can see that chinny chin.
There we go. All of my
dignified count.
Hey, I got more chins than a Chinese spoon.
Exactly.
To steal from fat bastard.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, if you're gonna steal,
Hey, you know,
steal the best.
Exactly.
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto.
Ooh, it is magic.
Hey, Wookie, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hands. Oh, sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, see, I don't think you guys talk about your fancy room.
I thought we couldn't say that sort of
Because I
thing on
think you're
prime
on,
time.
on my lap.
I'll be right
John.
back, guys.
Go back to the
I said
X-Wing.
hat. Whatever you are.
I'm with him. I'll be right back.
Oh, great. Leave me in charge.
Yeah, John, go back to the X-Wing fighter. That was a much better background.
Really? I like the
I loved it.
Currywurst Museum, but that's okay. Hang on a minute. Let me see here.
Or the Emperor's chair. I mean,
I think John's just like showing off his wiener couch.
yeah.
Hey, you know, if you can't sit on the couch and appreciate your own wiener, I mean, what's the point?
Well, there's that.
You know,
The thing that I
thinking
like
about
is
the
R2's
majority
making weird signs behind your back.
You know,
Yeah.
I wish you could get an animated when StreamYard actually lets you do that and have
Yeah.
like R2 in the back doing stuff. You know, like every time you make a joke, R2 like I don't know, it's like just face
Wow.
palms and stuff.
see, what you need is a soundboard wired into it that will control the animation.
I could actually do that, but the soundboard thing. Remember those were real popular for a while. That was because my favorite one was the Gunnery Sergeant Hartman Full Metal Jacket soundboard. Because man, you talk about prank phone calls.
Oh God.
Yes, I was one of those.
Hey, I remember when ringtones came out or whatever, and I had a separate ringtone for my boss, and it was Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation saying, "You lying, Ford, flush it." That would play whenever my boss called.
Oh God!
I love it.
I was just glad that he never actually called me when I was in his presence.
Oh,
It's hard to explain.
yeah, really. Just so y'all know, you can only have 10 backgrounds on the green screen effect for StreamYard.
Okay,
So,
good to know.
I've been doing a video for nearly 2 years with a tarp. I will take anything at this point.
The
I mean,
what do you call that? The gingham curtains are a much better background.
yes, very.
thank you. You know,
Nick, just so you know, I got this thing at Walmart for like $15, and all it is literally Kelly Green fleece. Okay, there's that, and you know those extension rods you can get for the paint roller, so you can paint way up on the high ceiling type thing. That's my curtain rod for this thing. I've got that. Yeah, I've got that, a few clothespins, and some straight pins. And I mean, I spent a grand total of $16 on this.
I bought this thing and I never use it.
You should. You could have furry backgrounds, man. Like My Little Pony.
Hang it off of my speaker stands and then fucking
like
work.
Equestria, that's
Who gives a shit?
Hang it from the ceiling if you can find the joist to be able to put a hook in it.
I honestly thought about this. But I'm not gonna live here that much longer anyway if everything goes well. I don't want to fucking put holes in the ceiling of a place that I'm gonna be leaving anyway because I'm trying to find an apartment.
You unscrew the screws, you squirt toothpaste into them, you move out.
Yeah, it wasn't like that big of a jerk. But I'm like, I have.
If you looked at it, you could.
Command book.
It is the 6th.
I'm here to teach you how to be a jerk. I mean,
it's so.
Look around you. You've got
believe in your inner jerk.
Hey, Skunk, you don't get to be as old as Dan
This is
without
the
learning
council
some
of
jerk
nice-
tricks,
yeah.
okay?
Of jerks.
But so it's the 6th. Okay, you want me to be a
We
jerk?
got
I'll be a
jerk off.
It's the
Jerk
6th,
off. Jerk
right?
What?
And so Joe Blair, who I know is not watching this because he's
That is kind of
useless.
cool, actually. I like that.
He's not responding to me, and it's the 6th. He was supposed to put his transfer in on the 1st, and I've asked him, I'm like, well, how's that transfer coming along? I'm at this point thinking that I'm probably going to end up having to just get my own place without anybody and go live in the freaking ghetto.
actually, living on your own is quite
Expensive.
not only liberating but satisfying because you are responsible for everything in your place. Nobody else can touch it. Nobody else can screw it up.
And
if
back in the
anything
day-
goes wrong, it's your fault.
Back in the day when I did have my own place, right? When I did have my own place, I was also making $16 an hour. I'm not making that anymore. So it's kind of expensive to have your own place unless you live in a total fucking shithole slumlord apartment complex with all the crackheads. And I just don't want to do that. I want to live in a nice place.
I don't know. I used to live in a mobile home in a trailer park. I mean, good grief.
I used
But
to
it
live
was
in a
mine.
van down by the river.
I love
Man,
honestly.
So have I. It's
Luxury.
that's why I don't want to go back. It sucks.
I would love to, like, if I were single, I would own an RV, and I'd be like, "F it," the markdown is ridiculous, because they plummet. You look at the economy; it's going to hell. So you can buy one cheap.
Yeah, you buy one for $100,000, and the second you drive off the lot, it's $2,000.
Literally.
I don't know if you
I'm going to tell
if
you
you
the
fill it
markup
back
on
up with gas, it's probably worth
100%.
$100,000 again.
Dude, my wife and I have a Class C, and we are this close to going full timers. If she can convince her boss to make her strictly an at-home employee, all I got to do is grab all my video gear and start doing travel documentaries instead of doing crap for Erlanger and Sculpture Fields and TVFCU. I'll just do my own damn nature and travel documentaries like his sister, and make a living like that. Believe me, we sell this house and we could pay for gas and travel for years and years.
And for those of you who don't know, my sister is
like the last video you did.
Brian, I just found a new show for the Rising Tide Broadcast Network.
Oh?
Yeah, Travels with Lewis.
I'm in. I'm fully invested in this. Let's make it happen.
Oh man, I tell you, I have got travel fever so bad.
For Lewis to get a GoFundMe for his RV.
Yeah.
He'll accept it.
Exactly. No, man, I get these emails from Travel Zoo, and they're really, really good deals. And there was one for the Dominican Republic, an all-inclusive 4-night stay at one of their 5-star hotel resorts. I mean, all-inclusive, meals, snorkeling, even introductory scuba diving lessons in their pool. $408 per person, double occupancy.
Really?
That's
For how
airfare
long?
included.
Jeez.
4 nights.
Wow.
Oh wow!
Man, I am so close. My wife wants to go to Turks and Caicos, which is cool. They've got a sandals resort there that would be nice, but you can't cruise anymore. So really, the only way to do the Caribbean right now is to do these all-inclusive resorts.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed.
No, unless they're going to fly you out like in a Sopwith camel or something, tie you to the wing.
They're all the commuter jets.
Yeah.
Little
Like a heck of a deal.
Bombardier jets.
Yeah.
I'm not in my office. I'm in the truck.
Hey, Russell.
Hey, Russell.
Hello, Russell.
Welcome for
Hello, Russell.
well, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the show.
Russell.
I was going to say welcome for tuning in, but welcome and thanks for tuning in. All right.
Okay.
And John says cruises
In this
are
case, it would be
open now.
detuning in.
Oh. So this is a current offer that you've got, Lewis?
Yeah.
Well,
Now the 408 per night is based on airfare from Miami. To fly out of Atlanta, it's about 700 per night. But to not have to drive all the way to Miami, that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, believe me. Yeah.
See, from here we can just catch a shuttle down to Atlanta.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Yeah, we got
But-
one of those for Anthem. Actually,
No.
you drive to a bus, you get on a bus, you wind up at the Atlanta airport, you go anywhere in the entire world. When you come back, your car's still in Athens. You can take the bus back.
Yeah.
It's all in one ticket.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Now what,
Yeah.
Nick? Nick, try
I
again.
was gonna say, it's Miami. Peter, drive down, leave it on, insure it. The insurance money will give you more than enough when it's stolen to buy, a nicer way back up.
But I like my car. I'm very rare that after 5 years I still love a car.
Your car, you get.
Oh, I
I
got
just
you.
want to point out John's
broke
little
up.
comment here where he's saying that we're the 7 dwarves and he was asking who's who. John, who do you fucking think I am?
Well,
He's grumpy.
he's sleepy. I'm definitely sleepy.
Sleepy.
He's Doc.
No, I
I'm
wouldn't say that. I
sleazy.
would say you're Doc. Lewis?
You're Doc Lewis. Yes.
You think
Yeah,
I'm
that's
Doc?
sleazy.
Glasses and
Why-
everything.
I'll take it.
No, John's
happy.
dopey.
No, you're not happy. Nick is definitely happy.
Yes, Nick is happy.
True.
But who's
I was
dopey?
going to say John.
Me more often than not.
I was gonna say,
Have you ever
Joe,
seen any of my
but
shows?
yeah.
I can't even name all 7
Ask
dwarves. I have no
Cookie.
fucking idea.
Oh, come on.
Who are you? We'll go
Only
to a higher
Sleazy and
power.
Dopey were left from the ones that we picked out.
Sneak,
Oh,
who's,
Easy,
yeah,
the one
who's
that
easy?
brings
How fast can you
bodily
get that
fluids
tassel
all over
going,
the
Brian?
place. Yeah. We're gonna sneeze. Sneezy's the one that sprays bodily fluids all over the place. So that's
There you go.
not Joe. I don't know who it
Now
is.
who's bashful? That's
Well,
Nobody here.
that would probably be Joe.
Nobody here.
Nah, that would be Joe, I guess.
Joe's bashful.
Well, the most
Buddy.
bashful of us 7.
So I get to be sneezy.
I don't know
Sure.
about that. I don't know about that.
You've never watched many of Brian's shows, have you?
No.
Yeah, Brian gets.
Well, I have
Brian
not-
gets
I don't blame me. I don't watch
asshole.
them either. I got
Brian,
better things
yeah,
to do.
no, because Brian, people have said stuff about his about him and his show on like Nevermind the Furthermore, and you'll see him just be like, "Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I love all of you." That's bashful. I'd say, yeah. And then that makes John dopey for sure, because
Makes me dopey?
I keep saying it for a reason.
I'm glad we've cleared that up.
Yeah, well, let's not name our wives, okay?
definitely.
Yeah, that is one of the best moments on Family
Mammoth
Feud.
and
of all
Oh
time.
yes, I was about to go there. Have y'all seen that?
You know what my favorite part about that clip is?
Yeah.
The two gentlemen that are standing up there. The one guy, he just looks like a regular everyday dude. He's just happy to be on television. The other guy's a United States Marine, and even he's like, nope.
Yes. Oh, I remember that now. I remember that. Yes.
Ain't going in there, huh?
Yeah. We finally found the one thing that Marines are afraid of: their wives.
Yeah.
Wow. John,
And
wait a second. What is with the shade?
No, hey, two real geeks.
Now read his
Dang.
next comment. Read his next comment. He atones.
yeah, I want to say hi to Two Real Geeks.
Oh yeah, how's about
I-
that was a left field burn.
Hey, we got 2 real geeks instead of these 7.
I'm
I
gonna
know,
roast some
John.
marshmallows over.
Yeah, I'm not a geek. I'm a dork. There's a
Lord.
difference.
I was like, at least give him baby raised with that roasting. Jeez,
Hey, I've got my own spirit animal, people.
those are cookies, baby vacuum.
I got a feeling we're about to see it.
Yeah, this is my spirit animal.
Jackass.
That's why I froze.
Of course, I've got one for Brian.
Uh-oh. I bet you do.
That was fast.
See it?
That was a blipvert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Watch it, Brian.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
and I would like to compliment Lewis on his Max Headroom.
Even Max Headroom reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, really.
We were doing one of the one of our streams one night on Scrubhouse. We kept doing this thing where we were showing stuff in a specific order, and I think we were doing a TV party. I think it was TV shows, and in between the shows, we put up bumpers to say what was coming up next and what was going to be playing later and stuff like that. And I went with this Network 23 theme, so I had it. It was basically like the same thing you would see on coming up tonight on HBO sort of thing, except it was Network 23, and it had Max in the corner and he was dancing around, to the music. And but every time right before that would play, I'd play the entire 30-second clip of Blipvert.
Oh, nice.
Anybody blow up on you?
No.
Well, how would they know? YouTube doesn't report those statistics. They don't report how many people survived watching
Wow,
your
last
video.
time I saw
But the ratings went through the roof, mate.
So the top of the skull.
But I
Okay,
like them.
here's a
the
question.
retention
Whose
is
spirit-
great because they die before they can start going out.
I like the one really, really slimy, not the bad guy in the first episode / TV movie, but the really slimy board member who's obsessed with the ratings. This is all like, look, without Blipverts, they keep switching back over to regular time. It's like he's so American, it hurts. Like the most American guy in the.
My
Yeah.
favorite character was Blank Reg.
Red.
Like,
Oh, yes,
That was
definitely.
I love Blank Red.
Morgan Shepherd,
Blank
man.
Reg. Oh man.
And
He was
strangely enough,
awesome.
the guy that played Blank Reg also,
Morgan Shepherd.
if
Mhm.
you remember the movie, Hawk the Slayer.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay. He was the guy that his hand had been amputated, chopped off, so he made the automatic crossbow.
Yes. Yes.
And everybody was like, "Oh my God, that is so cool!" And he was just whack, 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 whack. Okay,
Now-
that's-
He
Morgan
played a
Shepherd.
bunch of bad guys, but he also played a Klingon in
yes.
Star Trek.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, one of the
I've got a trivia point to announce.
All right.
Hawk Slayer is the reason that I am a science fiction writer right now.
really.
We
Really?
had a snowed in weekend in Athens, Georgia, with several people as guests in our rented house, and Hawk the Slayer came on, and I thought it was such a horrible piece of dreck, and I
Wait
kept
a minute.
bad-mouthing it, kept
Who did
bad-mouthing
they
it,
add
kept
that?
bad-mouthing it, and a friend of mine said, "Okay, if you think it's so bad, you write something better."
Oh, cool.
Took me almost 25 years, but I finally did.
That clip, that was literally from the Paramoya video, the Art of Noise video. That was literally the clip that I was using.
Paranomia.
Very, very cool, Brian. When did they add that to the Reface app?
This was when I first got on about 2 months ago. So just do a search
Oh.
for Max Headroom. So yeah,
You can use Lewis. Check this out, and you might not have known about this. You can use any GIF.
That's not a reface. That's the original version.
You can upload.
No, that was Reface.
You can upload any GIF into Reface.
Oh,
really?
So even if, and this is important to point out, even if it is a GIF that is not available through like Tenor or anything else like that. So, for example, if you make your own, and by the way, if you do that, make sure to optimize the GIF before you attempt to upload it, because if you try to upload something with 0 frame delay and it's supposed to be running at like 60 frames a second, and it's from a movie that you in high definition, and you rip the footage from it, like we tried to do, it'll actually crash the app.
wow.
So we uploaded like a 2 megabyte GIF that was like
Wait.
I 40 seconds. It was like 40 seconds of movie footage, but it was running at 60 frames a second.
Any GIF?
I didn't hear what Nick said. He cut out.
Yeah.
Any GIF.
Tell Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, any GIF. If you can find a GIF.
Any GIF?
Yep.
Please don't tell Carl Witzman, because I know what will happen.
No, I want.
I
absolutely want Carl to do horrible things with Reface.
Hey,
especially to you.
Morgan Shepherd is Mark Shepherd's dad, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
They played. They played the same
love
character on Doctor Who.
I was going to say.
I remember it well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing about it was that, like, I mean, my first introduction to him as an actor that I knew of, and I wanted to make sure that point is very clear, was Max Headroom, right? Yes. That was the first time I knew of him.
That was the first time I knew who he was myself.
I'd seen him in something else. He just, like, he was in like, let's
thank you.
Let's be fair. Like he was in Needful Things. He was in Gettysburg. Like I'm sure I saw those movies before I saw Max Headroom and didn't care.
Oh yeah, he did a great job in Gettysburg. He was one of those. He was one of those sergeant majors that kept the
John,
whole
I'm not making $16 an hour. I'm making much less.
That's the problem.
I'm making $10 an hour.
You have skill sets. You should be marketing other.
Yeah, seriously.
Skunk, seriously, you're too good at what you do. You should be like, that's positive attention, man. That's what you deserve. Yeah. You should be out getting banked for your skills.
I know, but yeah, I don't know what the world is like. It's like I tell you this. I actually I was writing up something the other day. This is true. Brian's gonna yell at me in a minute. Sure. So I was writing up this thing. I was sitting here working on it, and I was writing 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 it, and I was getting this like, how many paragraphs do I have here for run-on sentences? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's like 6 paragraphs so far of this. Like 3/4, I would say about 3/4 of the way. No, even that's like 7/8 of the way through a movie review that I was writing. And I was going to voice it. And I was going to make a stupid video, and I was going to upload it to YouTube and try to start a series of stupid movie reviews where I just Just me being my usual cheerful self, whatever I'm talking about movies. And it's like movies that I love, but I'm still like just like poo-pooing all over them because why not? And I got, like I said, I got about 7/8 of the way through the movie, and I went, "This sucks." I stopped writing. So
Well,
it's
there
it
is a
ended on
girl.
a blank sentence at the very end, where it's
Yeah.
just like, "Well, I didn't want to write any more than that. I'm done." This
There
sucks.
is a girl right
Don't think
now
they'll let
on
you.
YouTube who started out with
Try it.
a few
was
months
great.
ago reviewing first time watching videos. She watched Star Wars was the first one she did. She is now monetized.
Yeah, you know why, Joe? Because she
Why?
started out with fucking Star Wars. Everybody and their sister who would find out about something like that would be like, "Wait, this person's never seen Star Wars. Well, I guess it is."
And now she does first time movie reviews.
On the flip side, does anybody really, I mean, outside of people in this call and people in this group and people that are going to be watching this video, does anybody in the world care about me sitting here talking for like 28 minutes about the movie Evolver?
You never know, Skunk.
Okay,
I
here's the
never
thing,
know.
Skunk. Right, you know who one of my personal
Gush about
heroes.
John Delancey for 28 minutes.
He's a complete unpleasant when I met him. But Rich cause for a long time he was known as the son of Svengoolie.
Right.
He got a hold of a little UHF channel and started re-airing publicly public domain movies and making BS. When I was very young, a very talented writer and comedian came up with this little BS character out of nowhere to review and show these clunker movies. Oh, what was her name? Brian, do you remember her name? Start out Cassandra, Elvira. So
Cassandra Peterson.
Nobody wants to see somebody do B grade. Yes, Cassandra Peterson.
Well, I have two things to say about that.
Yeah.
I actually have three things. I have three things to say about that. The first thing that I want to say, Nick, is that you keep cutting out, and I can't hear anything that you're saying. All I heard was I got the gist of what you were saying, but like your connection's really bad.
I'm willing to pass the hat to get Nick a better connection.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad because you got a shitty one yourself.
Saying that means something.
I don't have Elvira's talent. And even if I did, I don't have the bra to be able to hold it.
For $5,000, you could have.
No. The third thing I want to
make it 10. You want the good stuff.
Something I want to point out is what John Pica. John Pica said something very. He said. I believe that's a typo. I believe he meant to say hot chicks have an easier time than guys.
Okay.
Now,
Hey, now, if you're in the hitman business, hit chicks do have an easier time because nobody looks for girls killing folks.
If she pulls out a suppressed 9mm and tells you to do it, you're going to do it.
See, the problem with girls if a girl goes out and does something on YouTube or whatever, right? It will immediately be getting more views than a guy, right? And you would think, oh, that's a positive, right? That's a positive. Now imagine what her inbox looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, now one thing I'd like to say, Skunk, is that is from a male point of view. If a guy is on the internet doing something, there are women watching it. If decent looking guy. So.
I was about to say, yeah, it has to be a decent looking guy. The girl could look like
or entertaining guy. It doesn't necessarily have to be.
The girl doesn't necessarily have to follow under the conventional standards of beauty as appointed by the Hollywood elites. And she still will get an entire inbox of 500 messages, guys just being all like, oh, what's the fuck? Look at my dick, I feel for these poor girls. It's absolutely horrible the stuff they have to go through, and it just I cringe when I read these stories. It's so bad, and I'm just like. But I have my own story along those lines, though.
What is my
when I was a young adult, this was before, I believe, before I even attempted to go to college. So I'm right around 21, around this age, right? And I was doing vlogging on YouTube, right? And one of the videos I was doing on YouTube, I lit up a cigarette and then was sitting there talking while I smoked. And I got about 40 messages from about 40 different guys just being all like, I love the way you suck on that cigarette. Can I show you pictures of my dick? Like, what? What? No. And I deleted the video. I was like, I don't know. No. God, it was horrible. And I feel for these poor girls because they don't even have to smoke a cigarette.
Is my mic working?
Those kind of...
Yeah, but you're chopping in and out.
Yeah.
That's
you have the video quality of a chainsaw.
Oh, it's kind of that's
it's like watching reports of a Russian spacecraft.
I think yeah, that's what it feels like, Nick. It feels like you're transmitting from Mir.
Worse, Winnebago in Siberia.
Oh, Skunk, you missed the last show, and you missed all the additions that I had.
I was so pissed about that. As I said, you see this garbage freaking phone of mine. I set the alarm. I set it for 8:45. That way it would give me 15 minutes to at least wake the hell up and put some clothes on, for God's sakes. And you know what time I woke up in the morning? 3. I woke up at 3 a.m. I didn't have to be at work until 5:30. I was like, what the hell am I going to do for an hour?
Well, Skunk, you missed. I got extra funny video clips now.
Well, I saw a couple of them. I went through Brand.
I thought I played blackmail to keep you from showing those.
I went through the Brand earlier. Yeah. Well, no, you've changed it. You changed what our thing. We're not on Stupid O'Clock anymore. Now we're on a different thing, and I see even more clips.
Yeah.
And I see. Okay, so you know what? I can name every single one of these. I know every single one of these. I know what each one of these is.
Going to the fridge. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I know what each one of these is. You got 2 different clips of you've got of Frau Blucher. Well, one of which is Frau Blucher saying her name. The other one is Marty Feldman as Igor. Igor. Good. Blucher. It's hilarious. You have the Frankly, My Dear, I Don't Give a Damn. Not Frankly Scarlet, despite what the band called themselves. You have a dog farting so loud. I'm assuming that's the video of the dog farting so loud it scares itself.
No, it was the other one. It was the lady. The dog was laying on the lady's back, and she farted, and the dog was like, "What the hell is that?" Okay.
You got Midnight Cowboy with the "I'm Walking Here," which is the great unscripted moment of that film. Porky saying "son of a bitch." You've got it's Galaxy Quest.
Yeah.
Where she says "screw that," but you can tell by reading her lips that she said something else. And then I can't remember the movie, but it's Tom Cruise is the lawyer. John Grisham novel. It's
Few Good Men.
Yeah, Few Good Men. You Can't Handle the Truth. That's the
Hearing about the dog farting,
I think it's the part of that movie. It's not the You Can't Handle the Truth thing. It's when Jack Nicholson gets pissed off and he tries to get up out of I'm gonna tear your head off. You messed with the wrong Marine. That scene's a lot more powerful. And then the last thing is another Jack Nicholson moment. That's Batman. It's This Town Needs an Enema.
I love it. I love it.
That is
This town needs an enema.
Thanks, Bob.
Once again, I get treated to a still photograph of something that's supposed to move.
Reverend Bob would say,
reminds me of my first life.
When me and Bob, because we're still good friends, but we never hang out anymore. Back when I used to work for a certain individual who shall not be named, me and Bob hung out all the fucking time. Like we would hang out on the weekends. We would go out and get pizza together and stuff. And Reverend Bob, whenever we were hanging out at the cons, if somebody It was usually, and I'll tell you, it was usually oh God, I can picture his face, but I can't remember his name. He kind of looked like Adrian Edmondson in Bottom. God,
Oh, wow.
I can't remember the dude's name, but he would come to the convention. He would come to the conventions in our local area all the time. He went to all of them. He went to Liberty Con. He didn't go to Halicon very often, but he did go to Fantasy a couple of times. I want to say his name started with a D, but it's not Davey. It's the other
Good
guy.
night, John. Thanks for jumping in. We appreciate it.
Hey, John.
Good
Good
night,
night.
John. And yes, that pink does look good on you, brother. But you usually say something really stupid, and Bob would go. He would turn and look at me and go, "Bob, gun," and I would just mime, pantomime, handing him a gun, and then he would shoot whoever it was who did it, and hand it back to me and go, "Thanks, Bob." It was really weird because it was Bob saying it.
Oh,
Bob was the best character in that movie.
Yes.
He was.
I don't know. What's her name? Kind of.
That actually worked better than you trying to talk.
Vicky Vale? Are you talking about Vicky Vale, John?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she was great too. She had some, really and honestly, Bruce Wayne, not Batman. Bruce Wayne had some of the best moments of that film. I mean, I've quote him all the time. I specifically the line I quote from that movie all the time is, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Kim Basinger is kind of easy on the eyes, or was back in the day. I don't know what she looks like now.
well,
She does.
Still easy.
She does
on the
own
eyes.
it. She does own a town in Georgia, doesn't she?
John,
sold
you have
it.
tearing. You have
Oh,
tearing
she
on your
sold
left
it.
side.
Yeah.
Your left side, our right side. Stage left. Or stage right, whatever one it is. Your green screen's not working all the way. I can see your door. Oh, but there you go.
Sorry, he upskirted.
Pay
his
no
wall,
attention to the
so-
man behind the curtain.
Hey, John, upskirt your wall again.
have you seen? The Bernie memes have just gone crazy.
Right.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the one where somebody photoshopped Bernie's
down
head
now, but yeah.
into the Wizard of Oz as the wizard?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. As the projected skull head.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Wizard of Oz.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I'm assuming it's going to be popping up regularly for the next 6 to 8 months.
You know what? I actually want to bring that back up now that I'm thinking about it. I wrote those 6 paragraphs about the movie Evolver. Have you guys seen Evolver? Please tell me somebody here besides me has seen Evolver.
I have not seen them all.
Never even heard of it.
Evolver is great. Okay, this is how stupid this movie is. I love it. It's so dumb. Evolver is about a kid who he plays a VR game at the arcade, and it's one of those like stand-up VR games from back in the day. This movie was filmed in the 90s. Yeah, it came out in 95, right? So it's a VR game. It's one of those standing VR things where you got to stand in a little circle with the little gun and the goggles on your head and everything, and he's so good at the game. He's trying to win this tournament, and he can't win the tournament because he's about to get the high score, and then some girl interrupts him because it was a movie of the 90s. He had to shoe in a love interest. So he ends up going and hacking. Yeah, this is his moral code being damaged or whatever. He ends up hacking the company. The director saw War Games too many times, and he ends up hacking the company and putting himself in as the #1 winner, so that he ends up getting a little robot. It's a little toy robot, right, that shoots Nerf darts. And it's basically laser tag, but the robot gets Nerf darts, right? And it's this whole entire thing of like the robot doesn't like to lose, and the kid is like, well, neither do I, And John Delancey's the creator of the robot, and it seems all neat and cool and everything else, right? But it turns out that the robot really doesn't like to lose, and in fact, when it figures out that its ammunition is not lethal, it starts replacing it with lethal ammunition and going on a killing spree.
Now, see, this is why I tune into Scrubhouse videos on Sunday night, because this is the kind of thing I want to hear about because I've never heard of it before.
Yeah. So yeah,
You
like
are an expert on B movies.
So it's got John Delancey in it, but even better, the robot is voiced by William H. Macy.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. If you've never seen Evolver, I thought it was a Sci-Fi Channel original film when I saw it as a kid because you only saw it on Sci-Fi. They played it all the time, so I thought it was Sci-Fi Channel. No, it turned out it was one of those direct-to-video horror films. And if you go and look this film up and go and watch it, if you get of course, if you get the version on like DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, right? Or if you, I guess it might be on YouTube and stuff. If you watch it, right, it's uncensored, so they swear and there's titties and everything. So, there you go. Yeah, don't get too excited about the titties, by the way. It's a girls' locker room in a high school, so you'll feel like a pervert when you see them. But I think that's kind of the point.
I'll go quietly, officers.
At my age, I feel like a pervert when I see my wife's hell.
But no, Evolver is a really good film, and it's there's a lot of technical inaccuracies, I'll say, of like, you know, like a robot couldn't do all of this stuff, you know, but it's one of those kind of, it's a horror movie. Take out your brain and enjoy, but it's got a sci-fi bent to it, and it's pretty neat. So
it's on the what was that damn thing with Tom Selleck? Runaway. It's on that level of quality.
Yeah,
that was a good film.
Yeah,
pretty good film.
If you want, if you want to see the movie, by the way, I will say this: if you do want to see the movie for free and you don't mind subtitles in another language and very bad render quality, it is on YouTube. There is a version somebody uploaded to YouTube with Spanish subtitles. But I would recommend getting if you can get a high definition version of the movie, because John Delancey deserves high definition. Come on.
Yeah.
But it is a
Delancey has yet to turn a shitty performance. I mean, he was even good on the soap opera way back when. I mean, what was it?
But John Delancey, I've never seen anything. John Delancey has never ever done anything bad.
Well, he's done several movies. He's done several
Days of
things that
Our
were
Lives.
questionable, but his performances were never bad.
No. He's never done anything bad.
Thank you.
The
Thank you,
movies
Louis.
he's been in might be bad.
Yeah,
But he
his
himself
performances
has always
weren't.
been
No,
amazing.
Days of Our Lives, the soap opera.
Yeah,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that was the one he was in. He was the mad scientist that invented a time machine, and he kind of vanished into an alternate dimension and came back
He did a great
to
job.
haunt his wife occasionally.
I remember those
Yeah.
episodes. Okay, I tell you, like most people are going to be like, "What's your favorite John Delancey role?" Oh, Q, right?
Right.
Everybody loves Q. You know, he was my favorite part of Next Generation. If it was a Q episode, I got excited. I was like, "Ooh!" I liked this little cameo on Deep Space Nine. I was like, "Ah, Q's here! This is awesome!" You know, anytime Q showed up, I was happy.
No, there's
but that's not
at
even
least
my favorite
one
role
episode
of
of Voyager he was on.
it's not
Several.
even my favorite. That's not even my favorite John Delancey role. And no, it's not Breaking Bad either. He's great in Breaking Bad, but that wasn't even my favorite. No, Arcade, the Full Moon movie Arcade, which has a very similar plot to Evolver because it's actually about a killer video game, which is hilarious. John Delancey's in that. And he's not even central to the plot. He's just like the marketing guy for this video game. And he's just so great in the role because he's smarmy. And it's wonderful. Like the first scene he shows up in, the arcade machine threatens a kid. Like some kid is just like, who cares about Arcade anyway? And Arcade is like, say it to my face. And then John Delancey shows up and he does this number. It's great. He goes, oh, it's pretty scary.
Yes, I am, Nick.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
John Delancey's so great just because of that one line where he goes, pretty scary, and then rolls his eyes. It is hilarious. It is wonderful. He's so great. I love him in that role. It's like that was the first time I saw John Delancey outside of Next Generation was Arcade, and I was like, I love this guy. I want to see everything he's in. And I did. I went and looked up a lot of his stuff. That's why I seen those Days of Our Lives episodes. Because I was like, oh, he's on Days of Our Lives? I got to watch that.
If he could ever start saving bad movies just because he's in them, people would start considering the Vincent Price of our times.
Oh, seriously. Well, did you ever see him on a series called Legend?
Yes. That was wonderful. Yeah.
I just went and looked it up. Yeah, it's a fantastic series. Very steampunk.
But it was really it was really quick. It didn't last very long.
Yeah. No, it didn't. It's like on UPN or one of those things.
Did you know?
Yeah, UPN.
Yeah. Did you know that he was on Saving Private Ryan?
That's
I
right.
did not know that.
Yeah.
He was voice only, and he was the guy reading the letter.
That's right. That's right. He was also Benton Quest on the revival of Johnny Quest.
You're kidding me.
Yeah,
No,
Legend was a pretty good series, though. If you ever get a chance to see it.
It's not bad. They had that one revival. It was like extreme Johnny Quest, and that was
the real Johnny Quest.
Of course.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well, he's also on my. I'm looking at.
It
his
looked
IMDb.
like it was all CGI.
He was also on My Little Pony. So
yeah, he was on My Little Pony. Hey, he was on Duckman.
Oh, that's right, Duckman. I love Duckman.
Oh man, I lost my cable TV before I could finish seeing all of Duckman.
Doing the 6 Degrees of Separation thing, by the way, I also want to point out one of the other people that was in Arcade was AJ Langer. You know, she was on My So-Called Life, but I first saw her.
Yes,
I first saw her before in a full motion video game, Return to Zork. It was we got it on CD-ROM. Because we bought a CD-ROM.
I actually heard of that game.
We bought a CD-ROM for our computer way back in the day, way back in the 90s. It was the first CD-ROM we got in our household, and when we bought it, it came with like 50 free discs because you can get all sorts. You could have back in the day, you could get all sorts of awesome combo deals from Service Merchandise, you know. So we got not only did we get the CD-ROM, but it also came with all these free discs. And one of the games that came on the discs that we got was Return to Zork, and it had AJ Langer in it. She played Rebecca Snoot. And I remember when I watched My So-Called Life, I went, I know her.
Well, you know, she was also in People Under the Stairs and Escape from L.A.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She was. I wouldn't. Of course, I didn't watch People Under the Stairs until later.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't watch People Under the Stairs until I was a teenager.
Okay. No, it's just with all the movies you like, I figured that would be one of the, you know.
No,
that's a Grindhouse movie there.
Yeah. Going through the movie stores at the Action Video 8 in Ringgold that was on Nashville Street. And I remember going through the video store, and I always wanted to rent Army of Darkness. My dad wouldn't let me because that movie's stupid, because he wasn't a fan. I eventually got to see it over at my buddy's house, and it was like, my dad doesn't know what he's talking about. This movie rules, right? But one of the movies, I remember one night I was like trying to figure out like what movie I was going to watch. And I was really torn between two movies, right? And I would end up watching both of them eventually. One of which was People Under the Stairs. And then the other one was Puppet Master.
Ooh.
And I went with People
Now, wait. Puppet Master of Puppets or Puppet Master of Aliens?
You're thinking of the Puppet Masters.
Yes.
The Robert Heinlein one. Yeah. I saw that. I saw that one later, or earlier. I don't remember. No, I had a choice. I was trying to choose between Puppet Master and People Under the Stairs, and the reason I picked People Under the Stairs was because it was a Wes Craven movie.
Yeah.
What I wasn't ready for was that movie. That movie was beyond anything I was ready for. I wouldn't really get the gravity of that film until I was an adult.
Oh God!
By the way, anybody, please let's give a hand to Nick Tockert, the Da Vinci of dry erase.
Yes,
he's been sketching all of us all the time that he's had his mic muted.
I did see the little Zork picture he drew. He drew the house with that's west of the White House, west of the mailbox. I saw that and I was very happy.
He even got the top of my head asking if I was paying attention.
That's right. Check out Nick Tockert's Patreon. He draws his Patreon people there too.
I double dog dare you to put that on your first book.
Yeah, he
My Life by Nick Tockert, and
he drew me and sent it to me on Facebook once, and I was so flattered. It's
wow, yeah, that would be.
Wait, hey,
Sweet.
Nick, have you drawn me? Nick's muted.
Yeah.
Nick is muted, but he is drawing everybody.
He's been communicating on the dry erase.
I hate to say this, Nick. I've been doing other things while we're on the show, so I may not have seen the picture you drew of me.
Yeah, that's why you can't see John below the waist.
Here.
Now, y'all talking about movies, and one of my favorite movies, and y'all, some of y'all will poo-poo it, but my favorite movie, I don't care if it's on, I watch Eddie and the Cruisers.
Oh, I'm not going to poo-poo it. That's a good movie.
It's decent.
No.
Awesome music.
Now, have you seen Eddie and the Cruisers too?
Yes.
No.
I think one time.
Yeah, it's kind of
and I was not happy with that. I think they should have just left it alone.
Yeah. But let's see. One of the movies, and I mean, Wizard of Oz, of course, every year, it comes on around the holidays. I like watching that. But the one that I've really
There you go, John. That's you.
I can't read that.
Why no
Why no
guns?
guns?
Why no guns?
Why no guns? Because I'm on Joe's show.
Yeah.
YouTube will kick us off. So,
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here staring at several. I'm just not
Exactly, Chris. Exactly.
But
And of course, if Nick didn't get around to you, John, I was prepared to. So. Yeah. Doing my part.
I'm actually hard to draw. I've noticed that. Just.
Why should you be hard to draw?
I do
Handsome,
not have
chiseled features. I mean,
no,
brief.
They're not. They're not. I mean, I'm hard to draw because I just really don't have. I'm so average. I don't have any definition. The rest of it would be easy to draw.
For caricatures to work, you've got to have some unusual.
Yeah. Like a fez.
Exactly. That's what caricature artists do. They look for the one defining feature. They draw that first and build everything else around it.
Yeah, because otherwise, without this, I might as well be Claude Rains. You know what I'm saying?
It's like that one movie that comes around every year that it's Joe was talking about it. The one movie you'll stop everything, go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Father Goose.
Oh yes.
Yes. It's just Cary Grant.
Cary Grant's bet.
And what's it? Leslie Caron. Lovely Leslie
Yes,
Caron.
Leslie Caron.
And it's just so funny on so many levels.
Goody Two Shoes and the Filthy Beast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because no, what's her? I can't remember the girl's name that comes back with the vine or
teenager?
whatever. Yeah, it
looks
goes.
like a
No. It's not a snake. It's like he's holding that vine.
Can I just point something out real quick to everybody?
Yeah.
What?
I just looked at myself at what I would look like currently after I went to go take a whiz, and
just a little bit, yeah. We need to get you some steampunk goggles, Skunk. Just because with that hair, you got mad scientist. I mean, all you need is steampunk.
Yeah,
goggles.
lab coat and steampunk goggles.
Oh yeah, seriously.
I'm not a steampunk guy.
You could be the next.
I don't.
Dr. Shock.
Hey.
I mean, just serious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't argue
Yeah,
with the
dude.
skunk.
I'd
We know what we're
rather,
talking about here.
I would rather be the first skunk rocker. Also, Nick illustrated my point perfectly with
Nice
with
square
John.
job there, Nick.
Yeah, good job.
Because that's the
That's a
thing. Whenever
square
I look at
But
John,
why does it look like Picard?
whenever I look at John, I always just picture him. I've never looked at John and pictured him as anybody else but BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein.
What?
That's who you look like to me, man. I'm imagining, yeah. I just imagine you as BJ from Wolfenstein.
I don't know. I look at you, Skunk, and I see a very, very young Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, well, you want? I bring a picture up of this dude, and you tell
No,
me.
yeah, don't bother. I've got it. I had to look it up when you said it because
No, I look at Skunk and I see Bob Dylan. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Bob,
I can see that. I can see that.
Bob Dylan's much older than me, and still can't grow
That's the guy
a
you
beard.
think I look like.
Yeah, you look a lot like that guy. You look like an older version of that dude.
Very older version.
Not very. Just
Louis just got off the
And
Christmas card
John,
list.
take that as a compliment because this man killed Hitler.
Well,
at least twice.
so does Sam Elliott, but you know.
No. Actually, Dan, no. He, if you're thinking of Spear of Destiny, that's not actually Hitler. That is the demonic ghost of Hitler. And if you're thinking of the current line of Wolfenstein games,
And what about the current Hitler? The
you
one that got
haven't
cloned?
killed Hitler yet in that current series. He doesn't kill Hitler. He gets close, and when he gets close, he realizes that like if I kill Hitler right now, I'm dead. Like there's nothing I can do. And instead he has to act like he is a Nazi sympathizer in front of old man Hitler. It's really weird. Really weird. That game.
What are you watching this on? A tablet?
His phone.
Yeah, I know. I get Dylan, Bob Geldof. I've gotten
I see Bob Geldof.
Yeah, I can too. Yeah.
and
Yeah,
the
but you're
Geldof
better
couple.
looking than both of them.
I got Van Zant once. I got Robert Plant. Basically I tell you what, here's the simple way of putting it. Any good musician from the 1970s and 80s, I pretty much have gotten them at least once. Except for Tommy Shaw. I guess I'm not douchey enough.
Well, you keep working at it though, and one day
A friend of mine.
And Ted Nugent. I haven't got Ted Nugent either.
Thank God.
Probably
Hey, Skunk,
the best.
a friend of mine used to be Styx's publicist, and she's still real tight with Tommy. I mean, real tight.
Oh.
Well, yeah,
I listened to one of those golden oldie radio stations on the way home the other day.
I gotta say this.
They were
I
playing
love-
Mr. Roboto.
Laszlo.
Tommy Shaw. I love Tommy Shaw.
Oh
Don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
Laszlo. Yeah.
But here's my problem with Tommy Shaw, right? Problem with Tommy Shaw is that I do love Dennis. You know, I have seen Danger 5, big fan of Danger 5. I do love Dennis's music, right? And I love Tommy's music. I love JY's music as well. The fact that Tommy took it so personally, he's that big of a jerk that he took it so personally that it was and to his credit though, Dennis also tried to make Styx the Dennis the Young show, and it really shouldn't have been. But yeah, that Kilroy was here really rubbed everybody the wrong way. No, Nick, my favorite part of Nature 5. My favorite part of Nature 5 is the conversation between the German shepherds.
Ooh. I just thought of a cartoon character that actually resembles John. Colonel White from Captain Scarlet.
I was really glad that you didn't say Colonel Gentleman from Venture Brothers.
I wouldn't know what that was, but
Colonel Gentleman is
now
plug for the James Bond, but it's specifically Connery. It's specifically Connery era James Bond. Who's Colonel Gentleman on the Venture Brothers, except instead of being into women, into men. So yeah, take that for what you will.
Yeah, that doesn't work at all for John. Yes,
no,
thank you, Nick.
It works better for Brian because he's got the sideburns and the fez.
Yeah, that's true. It's called branding. It's the only character I've got.
No, I disagree because you had that. Did that door just open and close by itself?
Okay.
What the hell?
No, that was my wife.
Somebody went out.
I got another look-alike for John.
That was my wife.
Colonel Quaritch from Avatar. The Marine Colonel from Avatar.
Yeah.
The one that
what
was
about
played by
Kurt?
Stephen
His name's Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang. Thank you.
Yeah.
No. Kurtz. Colonel Kurtz.
The Marlon Brando character from Apocalypse Now.
Marlon Brando is
He
not
was bald.
handsome. Marlon Brando is not handsome enough to play John.
He had some hair. I'm telling you. No, he said Colonel something, and it immediately made me think, oh yeah, Colonel Kurtz. You could do Colonel Kurtz. You're too nice of a guy to do Colonel Kurtz, but you could do Colonel Kurtz.
Yeah,
I could see you.
Well, you're
That's
comparing
the guy
me
I'm
to one of
talking
the
about.
Avengers.
Okay,
John should be really happy that every single person that we're naming is buff.
Yeah.
So buff.
Yeah.
Unbelievably buff. I know John's in shape, but
I'm not that unbelievably buff. Okay, how's this?
yeah.
That's
like
a
it.
better shot.
Yeah.
Not so much in profile, but front on.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking he looks like Colonel Quaritch.
You know what's really weird about Stephen Lang is if you watch him in Tombstone, where he played Ike Clanton.
Okay.
And then you watch him in Gods and Generals, where he played Stonewall Jackson. And then you watch him in Avatar.
No, John. Then
Saul
you watch
Rubinek,
him.
yeah.
Then you watch him.
I dig it.
Then you watch him.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Yeah.
You could totally be Artie. You could be Artie.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that, John?
No, go ahead.
Warehouse
I couldn't hear
13.
you.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Don't Breathe with Stephen Lang?
No.
Okay.
Thank you,
That's a very, very disturbing movie. Serious content warning on that. It is very disturbing. It's about a group of home invaders. Home invaders that are breaking into a blind man's house, right? Because they think he's not there. They're going to break in, and they're going to they hear a rumor that he has a treasure trove inside the place because the guy's like an old military guy. He's got tons of Nazi gold or something like that. It's an old man. It's played by Stephen Lang, right? Turns out the guy's psycho, and he's horrible, and he's doing horrible things, and now they're trapped in the house with him. And you know how when you lose one of your senses, your other senses get heightened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy's basically a freaking ninja.
So
And
he's
it's
an evil
disturbing.
daredevil.
Oh my God, yeah. It's intense, it's disturbing, it's horrible, and yeah, he's the main bad guy. Stephen Lang's the main bad guy. Imagine that for a minute.
Wow.
Now, you remember him on Terra Nova, which was basically the same character from what was the other one? Avatar.
Okay, Nick's pantomiming something, stabbing somebody, and he froze.
I just thought he was furiously masturbating.
With a dry erase marker, that could get messy. Hide
I've been that subject. Yeah.
I've gotten hide a couple of times.
I can see it, but it doesn't sound as complimentary as you think.
Yeah, no, I'm not a Scientologist.
It's much cooler.
Yeah, I'm not a Scientologist. And also, didn't Danny Masterson get didn't he get nailed a few years ago during the Speaking Out movement?
He even got kicked off the ranch, the show The Ranch.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucked because he was one of the best characters.
Isn't that horrible when you find out that like somebody who's really awesome and amazing and great and just everything that they do is wonderful, then you find out that they're some kind of fucking creep.
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers got ruined for me for that reason. Like
Terra Nova was good while it lasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a couple of people in real life that are not as good as I thought they were when I first became fans of them.
Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
He wasn't one of the ones I was thinking of, but yeah.
Well, that was
Jeffrey Rush.
He was already a scumbag when like he had his resurgence, and it was like, are you kidding me?
I have actually heard Roman Polanski described as the original 5-foot pole you wouldn't want to touch anybody with.
You know who's another one? Is Woody Allen. Woody Allen's the same way too.
Yeah,
like everybody knew he was a scumbag, and then he came out with like one more movie, and we love Woody Allen again. It was like, dude, he like tried to date his daughter, man. He did date his daughter.
He married his daughter.
Fucked
He
up,
married
man.
her.
Yeah.
They got married?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
Jesus
did.
Christ.
Yeah, they did.
Oh man, it's even worse
Sue
than I
Lynn or
thought.
whatever I think it was. That
was her name, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, I want my
Him
weirdness.
and Mia Farrow adopted some.
I want my weirdness to be just weird enough and not too weird. That's why I stick with Bjork. Okay.
Nothing legally actionable. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, on that happy note, folks, my wife tells me it's time for me to retire the Fez for the night. Thank you for having me.
Hey, Brian, thank you for being here, man. We love
Always a delight. Always a delight. I got to do it more often.
Brian, something that I've always wanted to know. At night, when you take your Fez off, do you put it on a mannequin head to keep its perfect shape?
No, no. My mannequin head is currently wearing my Rising Tide COVID mask.
I was about to say,
like a Santa hat. So it's like a Frankenstein head.
Is this, yeah, is this Santa side? Is that your mannequin head?
That's my mannequin head for my Santa sign. Yeah. So no, this is actually my show Fez. It's actually nicer. So Russell Allen, YouTube, good seeing you, man. No, I've got another one that I wad up and put into my pocket. Otherwise, they don't let me out in public. They don't believe it's really me. So I show that. Yes, I will go. I will do that for you. Nick Tockert wants me to sleep with you. She looks real excited too. Boy, you ought to see it. I'm telling you.
I am so not touching that line.
You're a braver man than I am.
Hey, I'm like a Marine on the Family Feud.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I'm going to put on my blindfold and run into the minefield. Gentlemen, it's been wonderful as always. Thank you for having me. And we will do this again soon. I promise.
All right.
Please.
I'll see you on Monday, man.
Good night.
Definitely. Good night, everyone. Take care.
Or Sunday night at 8 p.m. 7 Central for Scrubhouse Video Club Live, where I don't know what the hell we're going to do. We always come up with the topic for the show like that night. I'll message Audrey and I'll be like, what the hell are we going to talk about? And Audrey will be like, I don't know, come up with something. That's what we do.
I've been watching Scrubhouse for several weeks now, and I am never unentertained. It is It
Well,
is awesome.
I imagine you were not entertained with last weekend's show. I would imagine that for sure.
Speaking
The
of
wrestling
which-
thing. The what was it? The world's weirdest throwdown or whatever.
The WWE Royal Rumble.
I
That's what it was.
did watch about half an hour of it, and I go, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, so I'm getting out of here.
You have to sync it up. You had to sync it up with the WWE Royal Rumble. That's why it was a special episode, because we weren't gonna. I was like, I said to Audrey, I was like, look, I've been advertising that we're gonna be doing a show this weekend, but the Royal Rumble's happening, so we need to figure out how we're going to handle that. Either I'm going to do a show by myself or bring on a guest or something. And Audrey was like, why don't we just do the Rumble? And I was like, hell yeah. And you missed it, Dan, because here's the thing. I had to move computers because doing a StreamYard stream at the same exact time that I'm streaming live video, because we were watching the Rumble on the WWE network, that took a lot of processing power out of my computer. Mm-hmm. Now, I had to switch over to the laptop, which meant I couldn't have my microphone hooked up to the laptop. I had to use the microphone on the laptop. So I moved over to the laptop on the bed. And two things happened with that. A, the acoustics changed because I changed positions in the room. And B, I couldn't hear how loud I was, because I didn't have my microphone giving me a live monitor of how loud I was. So about 3/4 of the way into the Royal Rumble, my dad shows up. He's like, "You're way too loud." Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so fucking loud, but whatever. And it was really funny. But it was great because it was while the show was ending. He came in and said that. I was like, don't worry, I'll be done in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was definitely after I tuned out. Yeah.
And my favorite.
I did watch
show
for a while, but since I'm not into wrestling, I really like y'all are talking about moves, but wrestling is one of those things where I'm not qualified to have an opinion.
I will say this: you did miss the best part if you didn't watch the show, and not our show. I mean the Royal Rumble. If the best part of the Royal Rumble was Edge won, and then he immediately like dropped down to his knees, laid on his back, and put his crotch up in the air towards the WrestleMania sign. I was like, well, that's one way of pointing at it. Stick first. Because every time during the Royal Rumble, if somebody won, they would turn around and they would point at the WrestleMania side. And Edge just puts his dick out there. I'm like, okay. Oh.
Wait a minute. Let's get that one in focus, Nick. Oh, yeah, Skunk Rock On.
Me doing that. Yeah. It's me doing that.
No, I mean I don't participate in your show other than comments. I don't join in or anything. But I really love it when y'all are talking about movies.
I wouldn't mind bringing you on, except for the fact that like I don't like the movies we talk about are generally movies that like we like, and they're not usually movies that other people like.
Well, no, most of them are movies that I don't know anything about, except there's a few times when you the ones you were talking about the not Puppet Master, but what's his name, the 3-inch tall guy from Alien, Doll Man, yes. And I actually knew that.
Which is a full moon. It's a full moon feature. It's a Doll Man. It's a Charles Band movie, and it's he's great. He's a great little character.
I like the actor in just about everything I see him in. I have yet to see him in something I didn't enjoy.
Cherry 2000?
Yeah.
Haven't seen that, so.
Tim Matheson in Cherry 2000?
Yes, Tim Matheson. Or what's Tim?
Tim Matheson. Not Tim Matheson, Tim Thomerson.
The Thomerson.
Yeah, he's in Cherry 2000. I looked it up.
2000. Yeah, he played
Tim Matheson is Johnny Quest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in Animal House.
Oh my! We had some Animal House trivia earlier. We were trying to. It was okay. So long story short version. Joe Dog, you had plumbing issues recently. We
Yeah.
had plumbing issues recently in our house, and our plumbing issues were there was a lot of sediment backing up in the pipes. We had to clean out recently, so our sink wasn't working correctly. And we had to clean everything out. My dad actually had to go in there with a shop vac a couple of times and just suck stuff out of the pipes in order to get our pipes cleared again to where we could use the sink. And during that time period, we couldn't have any food. So, because if we cooked anything, we'd have to wash the dishes. We can't wash anything because the sink is fucked up. So, whatever. During that time period, I was spending a lot of time upstairs because I was trying to figure out when the hell is the sink got to be fixed. I'm hungry, right? I saw it, Joe Dog. Calm down. So it's on the list, Nick. It's on the list. But no, we were talking about a movie. We couldn't remember what movie it was. It was a movie that starred Michael Keaton, right? And we were trying to figure out what movie it was because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, it sounds like I've seen this movie, but I couldn't figure out what it was. And because I thought at first they were talking about multiplicity, but they weren't. And it turned out what movie it was the Dream Team from 1989. Right?
I love that movie.
Well, my dad was saying it was like, yeah, that guy in it. I don't know his name, but he kind of looked like Flounder from Animal House. But it's not him. It couldn't possibly be him. He wouldn't have been in that movie. And I looked it up and I was like, no, dude, that was Flounder from Animal House.
Oh, that guy was
totally in that movie.
That guy was also in one of the Alan Quartermain movies. Not big time, but one of the little bitty studios did Alan Quartermain. It was during the time period when Indiana Jones was really hot. So,
well, he was in a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I would say that
Hey, Nick, his hair ain't that bad. Okay.
I would say that my favorite movie that he was in outside of let's say outside of Animal House, right?
Yeah.
My favorite movie that he was in he was in a movie called Midnight Madness. If you've ever seen it, it's a weird ass film. The whole entire reason I even know Midnight Madness exists is because Seth Green is a really big Stephen First.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Green is a really big fan of Midnight Madness, and he would constantly make references to it on Robot Chicken, including two very direct references showing the character Leon, and then later on there was one of the guys on one of the teams was trying to put letters together. It's a movie about a scavenger hunt, which makes it a lot of fun. And scavenger hunts are always fun. And one of the characters is trying to put letters together to solve a clue, and he puts the letters together, and he just goes, "Fagga beefy." Such a dumb movie, but it's a lot of fun. If you've never seen Midnight Madness, check that movie out. It's really good.
Skunk.
I've got to take a bio break. I'll be right back.
Skunk Motorama.
Another good one.
And yes, it's just one of those off the wall kind of movies.
Are you gonna do the thing? You want me? I'm gonna have to end up editing that video and putting in whoever the hell y'all keep thinking that's supposed to be.
Oh, Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn from Laughing. Goldie Hawn from
Hawn.
Laughing.
Okay, I'm gonna type in Goldie Hawn from Laughing.
Yeah, from Laughing, yeah.
And then videos.
And you should. Well, I don't know if they got a video, but they'll have pictures of her because they didn't have video back then. But they'll have pictures of her in the body paint doing that dance. So, which is what the sock puppet is supposed to be reminiscent of, by the way.
Yes.
Well, there's a short little 9-minute documentary about Laugh-In where they're specifically talking about young Goldie Hawn. And the image, the thumbnail for that is her painted up, like photos of her painted up, getting ready to do the little dance. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I'll have to go through and try
Right
to
there,
find
buddy.
it.
Right there.
Make sure you get Goldie Hawn and not Ruth Buzzy. Because if Ruth Buzzy is doing a dance in body paint, you might not want to do a video of that.
One word with for Ruth Buzzy dancing in body paint. Unseen.
Brain bleach. That's just
Oh. All right.
Skunk. I'm sorry. Skunk, do you know who Ruth Buzzy is? Just out of curiosity.
No, I have no clue.
Thank your makers.
She was Gladys on Laugh-In.
Yes, that's.
I've seen Laugh-In, but years.
You would not get Laugh-In because you did not live in the times. Laugh-In was very, very
late 60s,
time
early
appropriate.
70s. Yes.
Current affairs.
You say that, but I'm also a student of history.
Well, you can know history, but unless you experience the America under Richard Nixon and, at the end of the Vietnam War, and unless you lived it and absorbed all that pop culture, Laugh-In will not make sense.
I did see Spirit of 76, so the best movie starring Devo.
All right, we got.
Yeah, John and I are like.
Have you ever seen that flick? Have you ever seen that flick?
No.
Okay, you need to see Spirit of 76. We'll talk about it on the after show.
Okay.
Well, I never make the after show.
That's true. Yeah,
I'm
you gotta
very
go.
old and tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw.
Oh, there you go, Nick. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw in something real quick. Little programming note for next week. Stupid O'Clock will be at 9:00. The after show will be at 11. And as of right now, Armchair Rocket Science will go at 12:05.
When is this?
Next
What
Thursday.
day? Next Thursday.
12:05 Sunday?
Thursday.
No,
Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stupid
What the hell are they launching at midnight?
Another Starlink. I just like watching them landing.
Hey, 2 hours. Let's get this. Let's.
Yeah. All right. Say bye.
Bye.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touch the face of God.